Thanks, Dennis. I wasn't nervous leading into tonight because I've been down the footy club, back working the footy club, and been amongst the boys and etc. And it's been an exciting time. But to actually to see Swatter get up and speak, and I thought, how the hell am I going to actually better that? So thanks, Swatter. You've really put a lot of pressure on me. So. But firstly, mate, I just want to say congratulations. You were one guy when I first come to the club that took me under your wing, and you taught me a hell of a lot, and you're one of my role models, if not my role model in regards to the way you went about your footy. And I was so excited when I heard that you were going to be inducted as a Hall of Famer, and well and truly deserved. And I must say, you've got a table of family there, and Harry and Robin included in that. We've got a great connection with the Swassers, with the Stevens family, and I love the story of Cole. Okay. I'll leave that one later on, Cole. Anyway, it's a joke between Cole and I. It's an amazing family, and it's great to see your kids there too, Wayne and Rach, your beautiful family, and congratulations, mate. To Caves and Jimmy, I wasn't a North Melbourne supporter. I was a mad Collingwood supporter, even though I can't stand them now. But I remember Jimmy playing. I don't really remember you, Caves, playing. But when I come to the football club and to learn about the history, you were two guys that I really looked at and watched and seen what type of players you were and what you meant to the North Melbourne Football Club. So. Really, congratulations to you guys. It's well deserved, and I'm not sure where Jimmy is. There he is, over there. Congratulations, guys, and it's well deserved. So awesome. To Boomer and the guys got nominated. Fantastic. I mean, when we talk about the Shinboner spirit, as been mentioned tonight, you guys absolutely typify what the Shinboner spirit is and what this club's all about. So. But to Boomer, mate, I've known you since a little fella walking in with freckles, looked like a little jockey. Mate, from day dot, we knew you had something special, and the way you've gone about your footy is unbelievable. You're an ultimate professional. We've been great mates over a long period of time. I've got to know the family as well. Amazing family. I see how proud your dad is in regards to what you've achieved, and he follows you every game. So, and Shane and the kids, beautiful young kids, and you've brought them up very well, and you should be very proud of yourself. But Boom, you've probably got another 4 or 5 years left in you. Won a game this year, I was watching, and I thought it was one of the fastest players on the opposition side, and you actually burned him off through the middle, and I thought this bloke's still got a bit left in him. So, well done, Boom, and look forward to your record-breaking AFL game, mate. So, look forward to that. Just want to talk about the 96 premiership side. One of the things with Dennis, and I think the boys said tonight that, in the under-19s when it was going around, we'd get 100-odd kids there, and Dennis would absolutely flog us on the training track, and in the end, we would actually have the mentally strong ones left over, and that's what we had in the early 90s. And that's why we had such an amazing team, because Dennis knew what button to push in each and every one of us, because he coached us in the under-19s, and it's full credit to Dennis. You're an amazing coach. You knew how to get the best out of me, mate. And we'd been through a few preliminary finals, and to actually eventually get to a grand final. Mick had done an amazing job in '94 to outmuscle Gary Ablett every contest, and until the last one where he forgot to man up on him. But Mick was the one thing about Mick. He actually went against the best of the full forwards going around in that era and of all time. And Mick, you're one of the all-time greats. There's no doubt about that. So, but there's so many amazing players in the side. So many amazing players. I can go through them. Swatter, as I said, Mick, Sholey, Freo. You see Freo. I love listening to Freo every time he gets up and talks. And I used to love when Dennis used to ask him a few questions. Where is Fro? Has he gone home? He actually did a lot. I was over in Adelaide there a week ago, and we had Freo talk, and he was really funny actually. He bagged him for not talking to him for 3 years or ringing him for 3 years, and halfway through the game he disappeared and went home. So I don't know where he's gone now, but yeah. So I mean, in regards to the '96, we were a very even side. We had some amazing champions. Wayne, the two Waynes, Corey. Fruity, Blake's, who I idolise and is a great mate of mine, even though he doesn't ring me like Freo said I don't ring him. Or if I do ring him, he doesn't give me a call for probably 4 or 5 days. You see some of the young blokes that went through in that time, Bally and Simo and etc. The one reason why we were an amazing side that year is because we had young youth that were pushing us senior guys to be better than what we were, and in the end we get over the line and win the premiership, which was the ultimate dream. And I mean, as a kid you dream about it, and we were able to achieve it. So hopefully being named a legend, which I'm actually very embarrassed, and Greg Ryan told me not to say be embarrassed about it, but I actually am, because I've played with some of the all-time greats at North Melbourne who typified what the Shinbone spirit is. Craig, can I get a glass of water? Okay, I might go a bit silly. So, I can't remember, where was that, Simo? Talking about Valley. So we had, the young fellas that pushed us to be the best we were. And as I said, I'm embarrassed to actually get up here and receive this award, but I'll definitely take it, because this club's an amazing club. But, every single one of the players I played with in the 90s, helped me be the player that I was. And I wasn't anything special as a player, but I think as a player I actually gave my ultimate to and understood who I was as a player and as a person, and got the best out of myself. And if it wasn't for every single teammate I played with over my footy career, I wouldn't have been able to achieve what I did in my football career. And the proudest thing that I actually in my whole football career was to actually win the premierships and make history at this great club and leave a legacy. And that's the proudest thing that I'm proud of. So one bloke I do really want to talk about, and Craig Scholl always says that the North Melbourne Football Club is the Glenn Archer and Anthony Stevens show, but it's definitely not. But as you all know, I had a fair few hassles in my life over a period of time, but the one bloke that actually was by my side was my old mate Archie over there. Archie is... I remember him coming as a fat little porky pie to the football club in the early 90s. Smoked back then, and you wouldn't believe it, he actually smoked for his whole footy career and still smokes now. But I remember going up to the Murray River, and we went up camping, etc., and we really got to know each other. And our bond and mateship is something special that I treasure, Arch, and you've been an amazing mate and heart and soul of who I am these days, and I appreciate everything that you, Lisa, and the kids have done over my time, mate, so really appreciate it. To Dennis, I've had, how many coaches? I have 3 coaches. So I had actually 4 coaches. I had John Kennedy, then Wayne Schimmelbusch. And Wayne Schimmer and I had a great relationship. He brought me into the office when he first became coach and said that him and I were similar players, and he took me under his wing in the 3 years that he coached, and even after that. And I really treasure Shimmer's friendship. And then I had Dennis as a coach, and Dennis, as the boys have said, you were hard on us, but you were fair on us. You got the best out of each and every one of us. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have been able to achieve what we did with 2 premierships, and we probably should have won a 3rd one. It's disappointing that we lost that game when we had it wrapped up in the first half, but we didn't kick straight. And you've actually helped me be the person and the man that I am today, and I really appreciate everything you've done to me, Dennis. Thanks, mate. I don't want to go on too long, but the officials of the football club they're absolutely amazing, and just coming back to the football club over the first week leading into the season, and to see the staff that we have and where the club's actually gone in the last 12 years that I've been away, but more so in the last 5 years, led by Carl Delena and the board, James, and to see and get a real understanding of Brad as a coach. We've got an amazing, staff members and managers and coaches at this football club, followed down with some amazing players and quality individuals, which I've seen, and leaders that really adore everything they're going about and love the club. And the biggest thing at the moment is, we've been a little bit unlucky with injuries, but we could have gone, to this point without losing a game if we had been a little bit unlucky. But in the end, I believe that if we get the injuries back, we can go all the way. And what I've seen in a short time really reminds me of the 90s in regards to what we have at North Melbourne with these bunch of blokes led by Brad. It just tickles my fancy to be involved back at a footy club, and it's just around the corner. In the 90s, especially 96, I think we lost 3 games in a row at one stage, pretty heavily, and we had doubts about ourselves, but in the end we got ourselves back on track, and we ended up winning a premiership. So it's just around the corner, boys. Just got to dot every I and cross every T, and if you get that right, you'll be amongst the grand final history, I reckon. So good luck with it, guys. In regards to staff, have another drink. In regards to the staff that I had in the 90s and the early 2000s, I actually want to go back to Lades too. So Lades is one of my teammates that I played and lived close by, and we used to actually get in the car and talk about footy and etc. And mate, I really appreciate and treasure those times as well. We had a little bit of a falling out there one night, but we're back on track. And in the end, mate, I appreciate you being the coach, and I hope I was a great support when you first started, and I know Arch was as well. And we really treasured the times over that time, mate. So thank you, and I appreciate your message before coming here tonight. In regards to officials, I just want to talk about the medical team. I mean, you got Harry here, absolutely amazing. Everything that they've said tonight is, what Harry is, and he's just a truly amazing person. And there's some great stories in regards to some of the injuries I had. And Harry, I think Dennis knows, he was jabbing me up with juice in my ankle to get me over the line. So if it wasn't for you, Harry, putting the jabs in my ankle, then I definitely would have gotten over the line. So I appreciate that, mate. Con Metropolis, Roger Moore was another guy. He didn't leave my side the week leading into the 99 premiership. Roger, I really appreciate your friendship. We haven't seen much of each other, but and I really treasure that with your beautiful wife, Vicky. So, and then you got Gordo, etc., etc. Going on to, Jeff Walshy, been great mates over a long time. And you got Greg Miller as well, who's away at the moment. He left a message for me earlier, but a voice message, but I didn't actually listen to it, but I'm not sure what he said. But it's sad that he's actually not here. But, being working back under Walshy at the moment is really exciting. And Walsh and I actually have a bit of a joke because when I first came back, and Brad brought this up at training one day, we were 10 zip, and I said to Walshy, success follows you wherever you go, doesn't it, mate? And he goes, it does, Anthony, it does. And I said, well, I actually thought it was me. I thought it was a Steve-O factor that was sitting 10 zip. So, but anyway, Walshy, I appreciate everything you've done, mate, and thanks for welcoming me back. Donald, same again, and Breezer, I really enjoy working at the footy club again, so Donald, look forward to the next couple of years, hopefully, if you want to keep me on. He's putting the pressure on me at the moment to get sales, so if there's any shinboners out there that want to sign up, the base rate is 5.5, and then we can work out a package after that for you. So, and then we can talk about some of the all-time great trainers. I've got a great friend of mine, Orb Devlin, over here. It's the first function he's been to for a while, but I invited him tonight to sit on my table. or you're an absolute gem of a bloke, mate. You make me laugh. You've always got some gag, and I think you've got a few gags tomorrow when Kingy's interviewing you at the hotel that we're all meeting up. So good luck with that. Other trainers, Johnny King, Skull, Macca, who've now passed away, amazing men over that period of time. Judy Francis, Jeannie, they were two guys when I first, ladies that I first come down, they're like my second mum, and they looked after me in a clubhouse, and we had some amazing times back then. And Judy was very hard, and Benny knows that she can let the F word go every second word, but her heart was bigger than far laps, and so was Jeannie. And it's sad that Jude's not around, but it's two amazing ladies that I had. To finish off, I just want to talk a little bit about my family. I've got family over here. Got my mum and dad, my two kids, River and Ava, and then I've got my brothers and one sister sitting over here. So I want to say to mum and dad, if it wasn't for you guys, as was mentioned earlier on about one of the boys' parents, that if it wasn't for you guys, your support, I think Swatter said it, or no, someone said it, but the old man never actually said a word to me unless I asked him, and he just let me go about my footy. So in the end, thanks Dad. Mum's always been the rock in the family. I remember one time I owned a farm with Dad up in Chichura, and the old man was off doing something. Mum was milking the cows, and the cow actually done a back kick and hit her in the side of the face, and her whole face blew up. She went home, had a bit of a cry, wiped herself down, and then walked back over and started milking the cows again. And she had actually depressed fracture in her cheekbone. So she's a pretty amazing lady and a tough lady, and all her grandkids absolutely adore. We've got 11 or 12 grandkids at the moment that absolutely love their grandmother. So thanks guys. To my brothers and sisters, we've been very close family over the time, and especially my sister of late. I've had a few issues with one of my businesses, and she's had 20 years of HR and has been amazing, so I appreciate your support over the last 2 years, Catherine. To my other three brothers, I love watching you guys play. Mick was lucky enough to play with me at North Melbourne, and I absolutely treasured that, Mick, over that time. I played with Gary in the juniors, and he went on to actually play at Sydney Swans and played 4 or 5 AFL games up there. And Ron Barassi with Ron actually come up there, and then they sacked him out of the club. So you can have a chat to Ron over there if you want to get into him, Gary. But and then Brendan was the only one I hadn't played any footy when I retired, so I actually went back and had 2 years in Benalla and in the Golden Valley League up in the regional area. And I absolutely treasured that 2 years, Brendo. And we got into the grand final last year I played, and it was actually disappointing we didn't win, because I know how desperately you wanted to play in a premiership with myself, and we nearly got there, mate. But Brendo's had some hard times, but he's back on track, and got some amazing kids. So we've got some amazing grandkids getting around. I want to talk about 3 more people. 2 of those people are my amazing 2 kids. I've got little River Boy sitting down here. He hasn't left my side all night, following me around. Dennis taught me when I first walked in the club. I remember walking down the hallway, and Dennis walked up and said, "How you going, son?" and put his hand out and shook me, and I must have shaken like that. And he says, "Be a man and shake again, son." So since that day, I've always remembered that. And I've got River, if you want to go up and shake his hand, he's actually got a fair handshake on him. So and he's pretty proud of it at the moment too. So my daughter Ava, when you were born, Dale, the doctor actually wrapped you up, and I was so excited that I had a girl, wrapped you up and put you in my arms, and I got dry eye, and at this day I actually had a tear in my eye, and the connection of my first child was something special, and you're a special little lady, Dale, and I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you both. And to finish off, I've now have a beautiful partner called Sarah, who's sitting over there. Sarah and I have had a few little rough times. We've been on and off a little bit, Sarah, if you don't mind me saying, but she's an an amazing young lady that has played at the elite level of netball, and she's a very strong-willed young lady and very determined, and her morals, her desire, her willpower to help people in life, especially young netballers, and she's got this little business which has grown into an amazing business now, is something special. And I actually look up to you, Sarah. Your strength, your desire to help people really inspires me, and you are a role model to me in regards to the way you go about life, and I really appreciate you being in my life, and hopefully one day we may be able to get married and have children. One day soon, maybe. You never know. I love you very much, Sarah, and I appreciate everything you've done to me to this point over 3 years. And I've got some amazing friends here. I've got 2 tables full of friends that wanted to come along to celebrate tonight. So I won't name any of you apart from Dude, who's been the biggest stalker of all time, following me around, and a lot of the boys know him. But I really appreciate you being here tonight, guys, and you know, achieving this award is really on the back of you guys kind of being there for me over some highs and lows that you do have in footy and in life, and I really appreciate everything that you've done for me over the years, and thanks for coming.
Give you a toast. Ladies and gentlemen, Roan Steers. The season's been fantastic, hasn't it? It's been very wet. Ladies and gentlemen, could I ask you to please charge your glasses and be upstanding, and join with me as I propose a toast to the latest legend for North Melbourne Football Club, Anthony Stevens. Now go and sit down, mate, and enjoy the rest of the night with your family and your friends. Thank you very little.